Venezuela. The savages who murder and rape with impunity must be permanently removed from society. We must not allow our...
Live from Michigan Avenue, this is Good Day Chicago.
Good morning and welcome to Good Day Chicago. I'm Gabriela Primas. Here are some of the stories we're following this morning. A confrontation outside a Chicago dance studio is going viral after a couple is seen shouting at children and throwing liquid on them. And the war in the Middle East continues as Iran selects a new leader and a 7th U.S. service member has been killed. But we have plenty of sun and warm temperatures in the forecast today. Yes, thank you for joining us on this Monday. Yesterday was great, Caitlin, but you said today, quote, freaking phenomenal.
Abby, it is going to be a perfect day of weather today, which soak it in because it gets rocky for your Tuesday. But this morning, it's beautiful. We have clear skies in Chicago. All of Chicagoland has quiet conditions. You can see from this regional view of satellite and radar, the clouds passing us to the north and portions of Wisconsin. Today, we've got sunshine and warm temperatures. Right now, you're stepping out the door to the upper 40s and low 50s, 48 degrees at the lakefront as well as in Gary. It's 50 at O'Hare and 51 in Waukegan. Mid 40s for western areas like DeKalb and LaSalle. But our high temperatures today will be in the low 70s. Temperatures are going to be right around 60 degrees by lunchtime. And notice sunshine will be here from start to finish. This afternoon, we could see a few clouds hanging around and a small chance for a light shower in our southeastern counties later on today. But tomorrow, we will be talking about the potential for severe weather. And then we do have the chance actually for some snow mixing in by midweek. So a lot to discuss on that full forecast ahead. Gabby.
All right, thank you, Caitlin. 1 week after the strike started, Iran has a new supreme leader while a 7th U.S. service member has died in the operation. Mojtaba Khamenei, who is a late son of the supreme leader, will now take the helm. He was considered a contender for the role before this conflict. Meanwhile, President Trump says he should have a say in deciding Iran's next leader, and he's calling for Iran's, quote, unconditional surrender.
Doing is a great thing, not only for our country, and not only for Israel, not only for the Middle East, but for the world.
The U.S. government also confirming the 7th death of a U.S. service member in Operation Epic Fury. The service member was seriously hurt back on March 1st in an Iranian attack on troops in Saudi Arabia, but later died from their injuries. The body of the 6 service members killed by an Iranian drone strike in Kuwait are now back home. The president called all 6 great heroes. The president and vice president saluted the flag-draped caskets during the dignified transfer at Dover Air Force Base in Delaware. President Trump called their deaths, quote, a very sad situation. Meanwhile, crude oil prices eclipsed at $100 per barrel on Sunday. This is the first time in more than 3.5 years. The Iran war is hindering production and shipping in the Middle East. Kuwait and the United Arab Emirates have announced oil production cuts, saying it's not safe because of threats of tankers in the Strait of Hormuz. The UAE is the 3rd largest oil producer in OPEC. Kuwait is 5th. And then a confrontation between a Chicago couple and a group of teens is going viral. Video shows a man throwing water onto the kids as they were leaving a dance studio Friday night. Joni Lum has the details.
I have you on video. I have you on video what you're doing.
Children are leaving Ballet Folklorico de Chicago Friday night at 10 p.m., the close of business. A woman and a man yelled at them about noise. Police say the man threw multiple cups of an unknown liquid at them, hitting some of the children.
What are you doing? Call Ivan!
The neighbor upstairs came out and he started yelling at everyone, saying that, like, oh, you guys don't belong here. I hope ICE comes get you.
He was cursing us out. He was saying that we were lucky that ICE wasn't here. It was very terrifying.
It's actually scary because we don't know. We've seen how it can escalate. We just didn't know how much this person was going to escalate it, especially after using attacks like that towards us or those type of words.
Children were crying as parents tried to escort them to their cars.
I'm gonna have you locked up. Wait, what? I'm gonna have you locked up. You. This is a business. I will be. This is a business.
Ballet Folklorico provides dance classes to celebrate Mexican heritage. They partner with Chicago Public Schools to offer after-school cultural programs. The studio has been open since May. No one answered the door of the apartment. Chicago police are investigating.
It's inexcusable. It's wrong. it's very heartbreaking that you wouldn't think twice before you lash out your anger at children.
To be like where he does not address these kids for anything. If he has an issue or if it's something of a problem, come to talk to an adult.
You're lucky ISIS is not here.
31st Ward Alderman Felix Cardona said in a statement, incidents of hate, intimidation, or discrimination have absolutely no place in our community. Several parents did file police reports. There have been previous incidents as well. One person is in custody after 2 women were shot and killed on the south side. Police responded to the scene at around 10:50 Saturday night along South Peoria. Officers found a 71-year-old and a 68-year-old woman shot in the chest. They were pronounced dead at the scene. Police took a 75-year-old man into custody. Officers recovered a weapon. There is no word yet what the relationship was between the suspect and the victims. And then an argument leads to a shooting at a CTA Red Line station. It happened at the 79th Street station just before 1 yesterday morning. Police say several people got into an argument which turned physical. A 21-year-old and a 23-year-old man were shot. They were taken to the hospital in serious condition. Police took 3 people into custody and recovered 2 guns. Thousands gathered in Daley Plaza to celebrate International Women's Day. They rallied and then marched, demanding justice, equality, and an end to oppression. Organizers said set up tables so that people could connect with groups doing the work in the community. Elected officials, organizers, and advocates all took the mic to send a message about equality for women.
We're here to show up and show solidarity for our sisters and moms and all the wonderful women in our life who are probably pretty scared right now because of what's happening at the highest levels of our government.
We're out here with 1,000 women and supporters just fighting for the rights of women, ensuring that bodily autonomy is something that remains, particularly now in this moment where so much is at stake, and just being loud and unapologetic about who we are and our right to exist.
International Women's Day is a global day celebrating the achievements of women. It also marks a call for action for gender equality. It has occurred for more than 100 years. Also, we're learning when the Obama Presidential Center will open in Jackson Park. Grand opening celebrations are scheduled to take place during Juneteenth weekend. This is between June 18th and June 21st. The center will officially open to the public on the 19th. It will also house a museum, playground, spaces for public programming, public art, and of course, a branch of the Chicago Public Library. City officials said the center is expected to draw 700,000 visitors every year and create more than 5,000 jobs. But it also has faced some lawsuits and delays. The legal tampering period for the NFL kicks off today with the new league year beginning on Wednesday. Ryan Poles and the Bears have already made some moves, trading DJ Moore to Buffalo and releasing Tremaine Edmonds. The crew on Chicago Sports Tonight broke down what's ahead for the Bears.
It feels like the season just ended yesterday. It's already the new league year this week. What?
Yeah, it is crazy. And how things change rapidly. You know, when Ben Johnson told us all, hey, don't expect this to be the same next year, I was like, yeah. You know, the offense is coming back, and it's going to be very different this year.
Yeah, Lawrence, I'd imagine that the phone line for Ryan Poles is a lot busier this season compared to seasons prior. I mean, when you finish 11-6 and make it to the divisional round of the playoffs, teams are going to come calling, right?
Well, you've already seen it happen, right? With DJ Moore, that being one thing, and I imagine that they were on the phone, too, about Max Crosby, and it just didn't happen for them. So, like if you've got guys that people are interested in, the phone's going to be ringing for your general manager, and I think the general manager is also out here trying to figure stuff. They got a lot of free agents that they had to figure out a way to move money. They did that, and now let's see where they go from here.
The NFL draft starts Thursday, April 23rd. The Bears earned an extra second-round pick in the trade of DJ Moore. 4:39. Time's just flying, isn't it? Already like the start of a new NFL season. We're starting to see warmer weather, but it comes at a cost, it seems like, because tomorrow you said it's going to be kind of tricky.
Tomorrow is going to be a busy day of weather. Yes, absolutely. Tomorrow, Tuesday, for Chicagoland, the chance for severe storms. But Before we get to tomorrow, today is going to be phenomenal. We've got sunny skies expected. Also, temperatures pushing into the 70s this afternoon. Right now, though, it's quiet. We have mostly clear skies. Temperatures are in the 40s and low 50s. Sitting at 47 degrees at the lakefront and at Midway. It is 45 degrees in Chicago Heights right now in Kankakee, 48 degrees at Woodstock, 51 in Waukegan. So the temperatures, they're actually going to be mild to start off the day. And as I said, that sunshine is going to help those temperatures climb very fast as we head into the afternoon hours. So let's take a look at our futurecast. For the first half of the day, it is going to be quiet. We're seeing again mostly clear skies. Heading into the afternoon and this evening, there is a chance that we see a few clouds out there, especially southeast, where sprinkles not out of the question late today. Looking at 4:15, though, still looking dry, with temperatures ranging in the low 70s for most of us, perhaps holding on to the upper 60s in a few spots, outlying areas like Michigan City to Waukegan, but 72 degrees at O'Hare, record heat today. Again, that chance for a few sprinkles later on. This is 9:15 in the evening. And then heading into tonight, quiet conditions, temperatures staying elevated in the 50s, and we're actually starting off tomorrow on a quiet note for your Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, 2:45, seeing temperatures ranging from the 40s near the lake to the 70s far inland. We have the chance for strong to severe thunderstorms tomorrow, especially after 4 p.m. on into Tuesday night. We're going to have rounds of severe weather possible, so make sure that you are in tune with the forecast for your Tuesday, especially the second half of the day into Tuesday night. Temperature-wise, heading into Tuesday night, temperatures are dropping down to the 40s, and actually starting off Wednesday, we have the potential for rain still. So Wednesday morning could be impacted, your drive, your commute early in the day by rainfall. We're going to be watching out for flooding on Wednesday. Temperatures, though, are dropping on Wednesday, and we could actually see, what you can kind of see at the top of your screen, a rain-snow mix for the second half of the day on Wednesday. I know, a little bit of everything, Gabby.
All right, thank you, Caitlin. We'll be watching. The FBI is launching a terrorism investigation after protests near the New York City mayor's home. We'll have all the details after this break.
Good day, Chicago.
for people.
Now in Good Day Chicago, 1 week after the strike started, Iran has a new supreme leader. Mojtaba Khamenei is the son of the late supreme leader who will now take the helm. The U.S. government also confirming the 7th death of a U.S. service member in Operation Epic Fury. Crude oil prices eclipsed $100 per barrel on Sunday. This is the first time in more than 3.5 years. The Iran war is hindering production and shipping in the Middle East. Kuwait and the United Arab Emirates have announced oil production cuts, saying it's not safe because of threats to tankers in the Strait of Hormuz. Also, we're learning when the Obama Presidential Center will open in Jackson Park. Grand opening celebrations are scheduled to take place during Juneteenth weekend. This is between June 18th and June 21st. The center will officially open to the public on the 19th. Also, New York City police say they found a suspicious device in a vehicle near Mayor Zohan Ramdani's house. The vehicle is connected to an investigation into Saturday's protest near Gracie Mansion. That's the official residence for the mayor. 2 people were arrested on Saturday, accused of supplying and throwing improvised explosive devices that never went off during those protests. The Kansas City airport is back open after a potential security threat. It led to evacuations for 3 hours in the airport. Incoming planes were stuck on the taxiway, and all outgoing flights were halted. The airport reopened yesterday afternoon. The FBI is investigating the credibility of this report. Could we see U.S. military action in Cuba? Well, President Trump says potentially. During the Shield of the Americas summit near Miami on Saturday, the president told Latin American leaders that the U.S. will turn its attention to Cuba after the war with Iran. He suggested his administration will cut a deal with Havana.
As we achieve a historic transformation in Venezuela, we're also looking forward to the great change that will soon be coming to Cuba. Cuba's at the end of the line. They're very much at the end of the line. They have no money. They have no oil. They have a bad philosophy. They have a bad regime that's been bad for a long time.
Reports say a potential deal with Cuba could include relaxing travel restrictions along with potentially dropping some sanctions as well. 4:46. Caitlin, I went for a really long walk yesterday.
Yeah?
But it was so windy. People were chasing their hats.
It was very windy yesterday,
Yes.
but beautiful. And surprisingly, it felt warm, even though highs were in the low 60s.
Oh.
But the sunshine made all the difference.
Yeah, it felt warmer.
Yeah, under that sun, it's fantastic. Today, we get the heat along with the sunshine. We're talking about record heat today. So I do expect highs to be in the low 70s. Previous record was set in the upper 60s throughout Chicagoland, so we are expecting to break that today. But we do have a busy forecast. Number 2, severe storms possible tomorrow. So tomorrow, all eyes will be on the potential for severe storms in Chicagoland, especially in the afternoon, the evening, and into the overnight. That means Tuesday night. And then we have cooler air moving in for midweek with a chance for a rain-snow mix by Wednesday. So low 70s today to the potential for snow on Wednesday. Temperatures outside right now are in the 40s and 50s. We're sitting at 47 degrees at the lakefront. It's quiet. We have mostly clear skies. A little bit windy, though. To Gabby's point, it's gusty out there even right now. 26-mile-per-hour wind gusts at O'Hare to 25 miles per hour in Waukegan. So today, 25 to 30-mile-per-hour winds are possible coming in out of the south. But outside of that, it is going to be a quiet start with sunny skies. This afternoon, a few clouds possible with a sprinkle, perhaps later this evening, southeast of Chicago. But during the day, perfect day to be outside. Tomorrow, the chance for severe storms. And then, as mentioned, that rain-snow mix possible Wednesday with a high in the upper 40s. Gabby.
All right, thank you, Caitlin. Gunfire hits the California home of singer Rihanna. What police are saying about the incident.
I'm Richard.
Welcome back. A woman is in custody after allegedly firing several shots at the Beverly Hills mansion of pop star Rihanna. Police say one bullet pierced the wall of a home. They say Rihanna was home at the time. A 30-year-old female suspect was arrested and charged. Police are now working to determine a motive. The Pixar movie Hopper is jumping to the biggest original animated opening since 2017, and that's when Coco came out. Hoppers is doing well critically, along with word of mouth. Disney and Pixar earned $46 million over the weekend. Last week's top box office draw, Scream 7, finished with $17 million, so quite a jump there. The R-rated reimagining of the Bride of Frankenstein story called The Bride opened with $7 million in ticket sales. Our here locally, climbing for a cause, firefighters and others took part in the American Lung Association's Fight for Air climb at Oak Brook Terrace Tower. Now, this is the largest building in Illinois outside the city of Chicago. More than 500 people climbed up and down 31 floors, 682 steps to raise money for programs to help people battling with lung disease. The firefighters did it in full gear, and one of the climbers talked about what this event means to him.
Having done this event for 20 years or so, seeing it grow, there's bigger years, there's smaller years, and seeing the outreach and everybody's coming together for, an unfortunate cause, but ultimately a good cause, trying to raise awareness and, funds to help these people that, are going through what they're going through.
According to the American Lung Association, about 1.5 million people here in Illinois are living with lung disease. Honestly, they could have done that climb outside. I just couldn't even believe how many people were outside. There was patios open yesterday. It's like Chicago doesn't miss a beat.
Oh,
it's like one nice day, they're like, everything's open.
Everyone needs to go outside. Same thing in the suburbs where you're, in the neighborhood, all the parents are like, let's go outside. Kids, let's go outside. It's too nice to be indoors. Today is going to be the day that you want to be outside start to finish because it's phenomenal. This morning, it's beautiful. We've got mostly clear skies. Temperatures are in the 40s and low 50s. And this afternoon, sunny skies and highs in the low to mid 70s. So it's going to feel fantastic. Temperatures about 10 degrees warmer than they were even yesterday. Open the windows up. It'll be lovely. It is going to be a touch windy. This morning we're seeing winds around 25 to 30 miles per hour at times. A touch of a gust when it's 72 degrees though. Might feel good. Looking at our afternoon highs, this is not our current temperatures, by the way. 73 expected from Kankakee to Morris. Temperatures rounding Lake, perhaps upper 60s, low 70s from Michigan City to Valpo, but the rest of us sitting around 72, 73 degrees. We do have big changes happening, though, in the forecast. So let's talk about the futurecast, because tomorrow, severe weather is possible, Chicago. So remember, Tuesday, the chance for severe storms. Today, our futurecast shows just how quiet it is. Later this evening, we're seeing a few clouds and maybe a sprinkle or two southeast of I-80. Moving into tonight, generally quiet conditions with building clouds. And then tomorrow, we start off the day quiet. But then the chance for storms ramps up as we get into the afternoon hours, especially the evening, and into the overnight Tuesday night. We have the chance for severe weather. This is 9:15 Tuesday night, and we're seeing scattered storms on our futurecast. All hazards are possible tomorrow with any thunderstorm that develops in the evening and into the overnight. So I'm talking about damaging wind, damaging hail, even tornadoes are possible in Chicagoland on Tuesday. Heading into Wednesday even, we have the chance for scattered rain, and we could see some flooding, localized flooding because of the additional rainfall that we're seeing on Wednesday. Temperatures are dropping on Wednesday. In the second half of the day, we could see a rain-snow mix. Busy forecast. I'll show you that 7-day ahead.
All new Tuesdays on Fox.
Welcome back. The U.S. military says it carried out another strike on a suspected drug trafficking boat in the Eastern Pacific, killing 6 men. U.S. Southern Command says intelligence showed the vessel was traveling along known narcotics routes and was involved in trafficking operations. The strike is part of a border campaign, with the military reporting more than 150 people killed in similar operations so far. Also, Frito-Lay pulling its Miss Vicky's spicy dill pickle potato chips over a possible allergy issue. Officials say the 8-ounce size bags may have jalapeno flavored chips in them and therefore could also have uncleared milk in the product. Officials say do not eat the chips if you have a dairy allergy or are sensitive to milk. Digital price labels are coming to your local Walmart. The big box retailer is expanding its digital shelf labels to all U.S. stores in the next year. The new system allows for faster price changes, but what used to take days can now switch in just a few minutes. Some are worried the stores could change prices before they even get to the checkout lane, but Walmart says prices would only change once a day, and that would be early in the morning. Stay with us. We'll be right back.